Good afternoon. We'll get the proceedings underway in just a few minutes. First, a little bit of housekeeping. Please help yourself to a bottle of water if you'd like one. Robbie and Joe have asked me to let you know that today's ceremony is unplugged, so please turn your phones off now and remember not to post anything to social media without their permission. Fred is their official photographer, and Robbie and Joe will be sharing his photos with you later on. Now please be upstanding to welcome the grooms. Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon, family and friends. My name's Roberta Muir and I'm an authorised marriage celebrant. Robbie and Joe have asked me to perform their wedding ceremony today and to thank you so much for helping to make today such a special day for them. They've also asked me to especially thank those of you who've travelled from interstate to be with us and to remember Joe's late mum, Margaret, who played a very important role in their love story, as you'll hear shortly. Robbie, Joe, do you come here today with the intention of joining your lives in marriage?
We do.
Robbie and Joe told me that today is a most important day in their lives. Of course it is. But having attended many marriages of friends and family members over the years, they see today not just as a celebration of their love for one another, but as a far wider celebration that love is love, no matter what, and that all people in love can now choose to be joined in marriage. Robbie and Joe met through tragic circumstances. When Joe's darling mum, Margaret, who many of you knew, was undergoing treatment for cancer. Robbie was her oncologist, and while Margaret knew she wouldn't be here to love and support Robbie throughout his life, she had a pretty good idea who should be. She made it her final mission to bring these two together, and as you can see, she succeeded. Robbie tells me that Margaret wasn't the sort of person who took no for an answer, a trait he thinks her son has inherited. When Margaret told Robbie he should ask Joe out, he didn't really need that much encouragement. And Margaret even told him Joe's favourite restaurant to give him a head start on the first date steaks. She told Joe that she wanted a doctor as a son-in-law, no pressure there, but he says he didn't need that much encouragement either. So, although Margaret's not here in person today, Robbie and Joe know that she brought them together and thank her for that. And they feel her presence in the warmth of her love for them and the love she kindled in them for each other. Robbie and Joe have asked their friend Scarlett to read the final stanza of Walt Whitman's Song of the Open Road, which echoes the sentiments they share with each other about the journey ahead of them. Let's hear it, Scarlett. Thank you, Scarlett. Joe and Robbie believe that they will indeed stick by each other as long as they live. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Do you, Robbie, present yourself here today to be joined in marriage with Joe, promising to be faithful and honest with him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Joe, present yourself here today to be joined in marriage with Robbie, promising to be faithful and honest with him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Then please repeat after me. Robbie, I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Robert Patrick Downs,
to witness that I, Robert Patrick Down,
take thee, Joseph Thomas Johnston,
to take thee, Joseph Thomas Johnson,
to be my lawful wedded partner in marriage.
to be my lawful wedded partner in marriage.
Joe, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Joseph Thomas Johnston,
to witness that I, Joseph Thomas Johnston,
take thee, Robert Patrick Downs,
take thee, Robert Patrick Downs,
to be my lawful wedded partner in marriage.
to be my lawful wedded partner in marriage.
Robbie is now going to read his personal vows to Joe. Thank you, Robbie. Joe is now going to read his personal vows to Robbie. Thank you, Joe. Charlie, do you have the rings? Circles have no beginning and no end. And so rings have been used since ancient times to symbolise the eternal and enduring nature of love. Rings have been given by lovers to each other as tokens of faith and as a tangible reminder of promises given and commitments made. Robbie, please place Joe's ring on his finger. Joe, please place Robbie's ring on his finger. You exchange and wear these rings as a visible sign of the vows which today have made you partners in marriage. Robbie and Joe, you've symbolised your commitment to each other through the exchange of vows and rings. So now I have much pleasure in pronouncing you partners in marriage. Woohoo! You may now, they don't even need encouragement. Very good. The kiss. The wedding party and I now need to excuse ourselves for a moment to sign the marriage certificates. Please remain seated and enjoy the music. We'll be back in a moment. Robbie, Joe, Charles, Scarlett, let's go to the signing table, please. Robbie, can you just sign there and there for me, please? And Joe, if you just sign alongside where Robbie signed in that next box. And if you scoot those on over here. Charlie, can I ask you please to sign there under your name and on this copy. And Scarlett, if we can get you to sign under your name there and here, please. Fabulous. All right, and my signature goes there. There we go. Now, the good-looking one, the one you get to keep. So let's do that again. Robbie here, please. And Joe alongside. And Charles and Scarlett, one more time, please. There we go, Charles, just there, under Robbie. Scarlett, if you can sign under Joe. Thank you. There we go. Robbie, congratulations, guys. You're married.
Oh, how wonderful.
Well done.
Thank you, Ruth.
Shortly, Robbie and Joe will be dashing off for some official photos, but first they'd like everyone to gather for a group photo in just a moment. Then they'll leave you with the grazing table and liquid refreshments and be back to join the party at Roma Street Parklands Cafe, which starts at 6:30 p.m. sharp. No confetti, please. Robbie, Joe, on behalf of your family and friends, I wish you a very long and happy married life. Now, folks, for the first time, I present to you the groom and groom, Mr. and Mr. Downs Johnston. Please get ready to congratulate the happy couple. Everyone, please stand as Robbie and Joe walk down the aisle to begin their married life together. And, starting from the front rows, please follow them out together for that group photo. Thank you. You guys got there.